Yes, I can. I am on.
Great, Franklin. So I just want to know, you talk about 70 million Nigerian youths that you represent, right?
More than that, yes, more than that. More than that.
More than that. I mean, that's the number. But some of them would say that they hardly know of your existence and how your existence has affected their daily lives. Can you shed a little more light on what the National Youth Council has been able to do over the years in terms of affecting the lives of Nigerian youths?
Yes, I think I am very, very happy with that question. You see, that is why we are not happy with.
Well,
oh, the network.
He's happy
the network doesn't.
The
it's
network's
not happy, right? It doesn't want him to answer my question. But I'm sure that he will attempt to reestablish connection and get him to respond to that question, which he's happy to take. I'm sure that that's one thing a lot of Nigerians will first of all want to know, and why this has come to the fore in terms of the crisis that is now besieging the council, and why, you know, there is so much. Well, let's not, you know, talk politics into it now, but of course all of this sounds political.
It's elections.
Politics of its own kind, you know. Let us not think that it's external interference. Well, Franklin, can you hear us now?
Yes, I can.
Please, would you kindly go ahead to talk about, you know, what the council does?
As the spokesperson of all the youth in this country,
yeah,
I have been able to, some of our programs have been that, you know, we have to checkmate and make sure we monitor the excesses of multinational companies in this country. Just, for instance, the exorbitant and the fraudulent way the multinational communication industries have been extorting our young people. You will agree with me that the way the MTN and all the rest of them have been treating Nigeria, especially the youth who are majorly not unemployed, you know, is nothing to write home about. And we've talked about unemployment. We are on the verge of asking the leadership of this country to declare state of emergency on unemployment, so that, and we're not only declaring a state of emergency on unemployment, but making sure that we are made to be part and parcel of that job creation. Because you find out that anytime they say job opportunity, you will not know those who will come and occupy those positions. Those people at the helm of affairs will come and bring their crownies from abroad, and they will occupy such positions. What we have set out to do is to make sure that we regulate. We go to all ministries, parastatals, and departments to be able to know how the youth are being employed. Because you talk about employment, 1 billion naira, 1 billion Nigerians, 2 trillion Nigerians, and all the rest of them being employed on monthly, daily, week basis. And it does not still affect the reduction of the unemployment we experience in this country. And I bet you...
Is this done full-time? Just a moment now. Is this work of advocacy, is it done full-time by your members, or do they have other forms of employment and are doing this on a part-time basis?
Yes, I am a professional journalist. Yes, I am a professional journalist. You see, what the problem, like you have just pointed out now in the National Youth Council, is that some jobless people, you know, they have invaded the place. What they make earnings, they make their livelihood through National Youth Council of Nigeria by going about telling stories and, you know, making people believe what is not supposed to be believed. So when you have a vocation, you can fall back to. You will be able to make this struggle, this project, you know, a kind of part-time issue. Except whenever it is time for you to come and be part of the national leadership or governance, you will go. And the issue and essence of our participation in National Youth Council as young people is to be able to be part and parcel of how we are governed and administered in this country.
Are your members also members of political parties? Because some people would say that what you've said so far, you're accusing, or you're saying that there's external interference from, you know, on the outside into your own affairs. Are members of this council members of political parties as well?
Yes, I think that is a very, very fundamental question you asked. I criticize every government. I criticize PDP. I criticize if APC does anything that is unwholesome, if they do anything that is inimical to the growth of Nigerian youth, I will criticize. Not only Nigerian youth, I will criticize even when you are oppressing the elderly people. And the issue is that you must not belong to a political party. But the Ikenga has made us believe he is the leader of APC young people, and he has been mandated those he has been mentioning their names, to come and take over the leadership of this council too, as a way of patronizing and compensating him for the job he did during the PDP APC crisis.
So some of your members, then, if I'm getting you right, you're saying that some of your members are members of political parties, but you are not. Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say some of my members are not. You don't put words into my mouth. Sorry. I never said some members. I said somebody at this point is making us believe he is being sent by. I am not a member of PDP, I'm not a member of APC, but I am a member of Nigeria. Like our president said in his media broadcast to Nigerians after he was being sworn in, he said he is for everybody and he is for nobody. I am for Nigeria.
I'm sorry, Franklin, what I'm trying to get at, I think I need to clarify my question here. What I'm trying to say is, are your members allowed to be members of political parties? Because if that is the case, if your members are allowed to be members of political parties, you could see that sort of interference, from the outside in terms of the larger body. So that's the reason I'm asking you that question. Do you allow your members to be members of political parties?
Anybody could have some spot for any political party he or she wishes to align or associate with. But for me, I feel it is not proper, because I, as a human rights and social crusader, as a human rights activist and social crusader, what I do is to make sure that I fight for the protection and the liberation of Nigerian youth. If things are not done the way they are expected to be done, people like us will come out and start shouting.
All right,
irrespective of whose box is girl.
At the moment, Frank, so what you're saying is that your group is the authentic group.
Of course, I'm not just saying because the matter is pending in the court of competent jurisdiction has given us mandate, and
if the matter is pending in court, how do they give you a mandate? All right, Franklin. Thank you for talking to us today, though.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right, we'll be back, and then let's get to hear the other group and see what they've got to say on this matter. Join us again.